folks, Michael McGee here. In today's video, guess what? We're making bacon. This, as you see, is a very fat pig. Fat and bacon is synonymous, in my opinion. So today I'm going to cut the bacons off. The bacon is the belly, and also it goes on up over these ribs. So I'm going to cut this loose. I don't want to get into my pork chops. And I want to come down through here like this, all the way to that shoulder. So I'm going to spin this thing around. You can see, very fatty, very, very fatty. So I'm going to come down without getting into the ham. There's also a tenderloin inside here that sits under this fat right here. I don't want to get into that, but I want to get all of the bacon. I don't want to leave none of that for later. And this old boy just not really wanting to give up his bacon. I'm all the way to the bone now. This particular pig doesn't have as much fat as most Mangalitas I have. This is about an inch. 2 inches is more average. 3 inches is not out of the question. So I'm probably going to leave the leaf fat on this bacon, fry that up and eat that. In past videos, I've shown you how to peel that leaf fat off and not include it. I think today I want to include it. Instead of taking the entire side off, I'm going to cut it like that. Now look at that. Just take a little peek at that. Look at that. What you think about that? McGee, what you whispering for? This is a sacred moment. I'm just going to put it in an ice chest and take it to the house where I have got another ice chest full of salt. So I've got it down to this rib, hard bone rib. Now, right now I'm going to cut it down over the ribs like this. Come here, over like this, and meat. Now I'm going to take my fingers and get in behind that bone of the rib and start peeling that away. Once you get your knife over the ribs, you can kind of fillet the whole side off. And you have to be mindful. You have to hug those ribs because this whole carcass curves, so you don't want to start coming in here and losing out. And now we peel, and we cut, and we peel, and we cut. And we continue to peel and to cut. Don't ever say, oh, I've got enough, and just cut it off, because you never have enough bacon. When you get it eaten up, you will wish that you had gotten it all. All right, we got it plumbed down to the shoulder. That actually is pretty nice, meaty looking bacon, to be honest with you. Mangalitsa is the highest fat content bacon that I know of. So let's just say McGee likes his bacon. We're gonna get this in. We got one more to get. All right, this is the second one. You see this old boy, he was pretty big. He was a good sized pig. He was 306 pounds, something like that. So that's just about the size I like. I've got a pig by the name of Jacob. This is a Berkshire pig, old Jacob. He's gonna be the first non-Mangalitsa pig that we've butchered in a very long time. We're hoping that he'll gain some weight first, because we're not really wanting to kill Jacob at what he appears to be maybe 200 pounds right now, looking at him on the hoof. I would like to get him on up to at least 300. We'll see. We shall see. This one here's got the same, oh my goodness, that was too loud. Same issue with that. There we go. Sometimes you have to beat them into submission. All right, coming down. There we go. Now, I like to take off the whole side because it's impressive, but it's not worth all that work, and I'm going to show you how to do it yourself when you're sitting at home and you're trying to do what McGee showed you, and McGee showed you how to do it and it was too hard. I want to show you how to do it where you can do it at home and not be struggling. That is something else. That's like trying to cut cheese, and cheese don't cut easy when it's big and thick. I think we filled the Bertha up.
I think so.
We might get the other one in. All right, at this point we can't have that fat, that leaf fat in the bacon because it is on the inside of the ribs, and we don't like rib bones in our bacon. So I'm just gonna float over those ribs, turn, come across, and I move my leg strategically, intentionally, so that I wouldn't cut it. Now I'm against that bone, coming around. I'm still on bone, trying to get in here and get that bacon. All right, and it'll peel. Once you get it to peel, you can start filleting it off. Look at that. If it was not in here in the cooler, staying cold, this here would be like Jell-O, and you would not be able to handle how floppy it is. It's unreal. We have a video showing that, and it is the pancetta video. We only have one pancetta video. That would be the one for you to look up if you want to see how floppy that it is. Oh, I don't want to drop it. All right. My goodness. What a hunk. What a fabulous hunk. I'm going to try to fold this back down in there. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We got it. When it comes to bacon, don't tell McGee he can't fit it in. All right, let's get over to the smokehouse. Let's get this stuff salted down. We're gonna salt it for a full 24 hours, maybe plus a little, because this is a plus size pig. And we're going to, at that point, get a fire built and smoke him. All right, we're at the smokehouse. Let's get the lid off this. This is my salt. I have used this salt for 2 batches of bacon. And you see how loose this salt is. It's still in great shape. Occasionally, you'll find that the salt gets really hard. You can break it up if that happens, but if everything's right, if everything works right, you'll have loose salt. So you might be noticing right here, I've got my jowls. These are still partially frozen. When I butchered my hog, I took the jowls off and froze them to keep them for this day, because I knew this day was coming. I love salted and smoked jowl bacon. There's 2 of them here. They're frozen together, but that's not a problem. Guaranteed to thaw out and cure just fine. I'm gonna nestle them in here, wiggle them around, completely cover them. I mean completely, totally Cover them bad boys. And now, the real Mangalitsa bacon here. I'm talking fine. Fine as frog hair, I'm telling you. Throw some salt in there. Press it down in. Cover it completely over. Oh yeah. Now, we'll get the other part of that one. This is that part of the bacon that's the belly. It's got the leaf fat mixed in it. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Actually, very good. I'm going to pull a bunch of this salt up here and start getting me some bacon in this section. I want to make sure I have enough to go on the top, but definitely want a complete layer on the bottom. That's probably 2 inches still. Wiggle it around, make it nestle down in there. Pull plenty of salt down in, all over it. Now we got this big guy. Lay him in there. You can tell I'm kind of enjoying myself. This is what I do for fun, boys. Delicious fun. You can't get better than bacon fun. One more piece, this is it. The last but not least, I'm gonna nestle it in here, completely covered over. Say, McGee, you've got a lot of salt, and I know it, and this don't even touch it. I've got 250 pounds more if I need it. It never hurts to have excess salt laying around, because salt don't go bad, and you never know when you're gonna need it. And if you need it, you gotta have it. All right, that's all she wrote. We're gonna leave that in there about 24 to, I would say 32 hours wouldn't even hurt. We shall see. It's gonna be a little bit warm today. On warmer days, it seems like everything warms up and melts, and so I don't know. 24 hours on thick bacon like that is not going to really make it very salty. 48 hours probably be a little closer on those thicker parts, but the thinner ones might be a little salty on that side. So I'm just gonna dance the tightrope down through here. It's not rocket science. If it gets too salty, all you gotta do is soak it in water for a while, boil it in water, and then fry it. No problem there. If it's not salty enough, throw some salt on it when you eat it. I don't care. Anyway, our next scene is going to be smoking bacon. All right, it's been about 44 hours in the salt. I'm going to get them out. I haven't salted one for 44 hours in a while, but look at the thickness of that. I think that is going to be perfect. Some of them are thinner, but that's okay. Look at that. I think that 44 hours would be fine on that. If it's too much, like I say, we can soak it. But I'm looking forward to it. My goodness. Here's them hog jowls. Whole different ball game right there, and they're thick too. I believe 44 hours is great. I believe that's it. I always go back through and check because I've had moments where a couple months later I go back and find a bacon and it's very salted. Before we smoke them, we got to wash all this salt off because enough. Plenty enough. All right, these things have been hanging out here for about a week, something like that. I am extremely excited to get these things sliced. That looks good to me. Don't that look awesome? I mean, that is beautiful. It's a little bit on the warm side, but it still smells excellently good. I've hung these things out here till July, and they've been fine. I've stopped doing that, and I have started slicing and vacuum sealing and putting them in the freezer just so that they retain the same flavor and don't change. If they do change, they don't go bad necessarily unless you get mold in your thing started, but for the most part, we kind of decided we like to have them at this stage right here better. And so since we can, we do. But if we had no freezer, if we didn't have that choice, yeah, I could hang them out here, and I would probably have to salt them longer than I do now. We just hit this where we like our salt, not terribly salty, not terribly smoky, but these are the jowls. Smells good. hog jowl. Beautiful stuff. Side bacon. Beautiful stuff. Then we've got these Midland bacons that still have the leaf fat in them. That's going to make the bacon way thicker, way fattier. May not be for you, but maybe you like fat. We absolutely love it. So this is the last one, Midland bacon. It looks absolutely perfect. We're going to get it in the freezer, get it solidified, and get to slicing. Let's do it. All right, we've got these bacons in the freezer. Pulled them out about an hour ago, and they're starting to thaw, get just about the perfect consistency for slicing. Look at all that. This is the one that has the leaf fat in it, so it has a little more fat. Let's fire this thing up and see what we can get. It's gonna have to cut off a good little bit to get flat, so I'm gonna leave it pretty thick there. Is that thick?
It's a little thick.
That'll fry it nice though.
Oh yeah.
Some people like thick bacon. All right, I'm gonna thin her down.
Talk about a slab of breakfast bacon.
Now we're getting it flat.
That's a wide piece.
Let's see that.
There you go.
This is the proper thickness. It's very thin, but look at that. By adding that leaf fat on there, it really makes that bacon huge. It'll be fun watching it melt down because I've done it before. It melts down to nothing, but it's still good eating. What's your opinion of the thickness?
I think it's great. It kind of wrinkles the fat across the top as it cuts.
Yeah, it does.
But I think that's going to make you some nice thin crispy bacon.
Hopefully. All right, folks, there you have it. Another McGee bacon video. We've made quite a few. I can't even tell you how many. We've made wild bacon, tame bacon, sheep bacon, deer bacon, beef bacon, special videos just on the jowl. We've done ham bacon. We've done pork chop in the bacon. I mean, we have made a lot of bacon videos. What I'm looking forward to is this. We are going to be making classes online teaching in more detail, because here on YouTube, people want to see fun details, and I have watched my analytics and I know people don't like to watch it when you get too detailed. But for somebody that really wants to learn in detail, we can make some classes. Take it from the pig to the freezer. So that'll be fun. We're looking forward to that. Website's not set up yet, but when it is, we're gonna let you know, and we're gonna be doing pig skinning, pig scalding, pig processing, beef, and you name it, anything that we can think. And drop down in the comments and let me know what it is that you would like to learn, because let's just face it, I can't read your mind. I can't even read my wife's mind. I can sometimes. But anyway, that's all we got for you. Hope you have a great day. We'll see you on the next video.